guys, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. Today I'm going to talk about 5 palettes that I regret not purchasing and 5 palettes I don't regret purchasing. And also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That would make my entire day. Also, raise your hand or like this video if you were told since you were a kid that you cannot mix pink and reds. I love mixing reds and pinks. I mean, this is a red and this is a pink, and then I matched it with an entirely different red than I have on my eyes. And also, I thought that this look was bomb with this big hair and my jeans jacket. Anyway, I did get this idea from Kaylee Bout. I do subscribe to her channel. And she had a collab with her friend Candice, or Candice's channel is called Cosmetics Chaos. So they did a collab on this video together, and I will link both of their channels in my description box. I will also link both of their videos in my description box. If you want to check out their original videos, you can do that. I'm gonna start talking about the palettes that I regret not purchasing, and this was a hard one, I have to say, because most of the times I do end up getting the palettes that I really want. For instance, I missed out on the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, and I really wanted that, so I purchased that a year later from a girl that had the palette and it was never touched. I know for a fact that it's not a fake, so most of the times I end up getting the palettes that I really want. But a palette that I regret the most and think about all the freaking time is the Kat Von D Loca Remix palette or something. I don't remember the entire name, but the Loca palette, which had all of the colorful shades, you will see a picture right here. Oh my god, I wanted that palette so bad. I remember when Kat Von D was launching in Sweden, and I asked Sephora in Sweden, are we getting this and this and this and this? And they said, yeah, I think so, we're getting the entire collection and everything. And I was like, yes! And then I asked specifically a month or 2 later about this palette if we were going to get it, and they were like, no, we're not getting any limited edition products. What? Are we not getting this freaking palette? So I don't regret not purchasing it because I never had the opportunity to purchase it, but I do want it. I want it so bad. And I mean, she has done, you know, the Kat Von D has done like repeats of her limited edition palettes, like the Metal Matte palette. I don't want that. I want a repeat of the Loca palette. I know that a lot of people say that limited edition should be limited edition, and Kat has held that, but this palette she needs to freaking bring back. If I regret one product, if I regret ever not purchasing one product, it's this palette. And I know that I'm not the only one. I think that Kaylee Bout mentioned it. I know that Liv Loves Her Makeup mentioned it. I know that Candice from Cosmetic Chaos mentioned it. I know that a lot of people want this palette to come back. So Kat, you need to get on that. Bring the palette back because we want it. The second palette is a very colorful palette as well, and it's the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. I think I don't even know where I was when this palette came out. I don't even remember it launching. I don't even remember anyone talk about it. I don't remember anything. I just know that this palette is so me. The yellow and the green in the middle is stunning, and I think that this palette looks amazing. I think that this palette is beautiful, and it's like a colorful dream. I love colorful eyeshadows. I use color all the time, but for some reason I did not buy this because I never saw it launched. If I would have seen it launched, I would have purchased it. But also, I mean, I have heard some mixed reviews, so maybe it was good that I didn't purchase it. I don't know, but it's a very beautiful palette. Just by looking at it, it's a very beautiful palette. The third product is the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. I don't know when this actually launched, but I know that it launched in Sweden, I think 2017 in November, end of November 25th, I think. And I don't know, I was actually thinking of, no, I'm not gonna get this one because I had seen a lot of shitty reviews on it and I had seen it for a very long time. I had, like, when I saw it the first time, I was like, yeah, that one I'm gonna get. And then I was, no, I don't think so. And then I kind of went back and forth. But now I want it. I don't care about the placements that everyone has been doing, like reconstructing the palette. I don't care about that. I think that she knows what she's doing, and for me, I don't need to have my browns with my browns. I like the fact that she did that because for me, I can see a lot of opportunities and I mix and match as I go. So I'm really upset because I went to check it out a while ago and see if it was still in stock, but it wasn't, so that palette is gone forever. The next palette I'm gonna talk about is the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette. I cannot tell you how many times I have watched this palette of Beauty Bay and considered purchasing it. The palette itself is not that special, but the green shade, that was what caught my eye. That green shade, you guys, that is stunning, and that was the only thing that drew me in. The rest of the shade was like, no, I have them in my collection, but that green one, I was like, I need that shade. It's stunning. I'd never purchased it, and now, I mean, I am still sad about it, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, maybe it was good because the only shade I ever wanted was the green one, so maybe that was good, but still, I have never tried Violet Voss and I would love to try some of her products, but maybe somewhere in the future. The fifth product, the fifth palette, is also from Urban Decay, and it's their electric palette. I remember maybe 2 years ago, me and my girlfriend was in Kicks, which is a Swedish online Swedish store. We were there and she was holding the electric palette in her hand, kind of debating, should I buy it or not? And I was like, yeah, you should, it's so beautiful. And I don't remember why I didn't purchase it. It's really up my alley. I do love colorful eyeshadows, and I know that the palette was meant to be paired with another palette. I could have made that palette work all by its own, all by those shades that were in that palette. I would love to do like 3 looks using only that palette. I think that those shades would be bomb. I think that those shades would be so beautiful, but I did not purchase it. Now I'm gonna talk about 5 palettes I did not regret buying. I do not regret purchasing. And let me tell you, this list was easy. This list was super duper easy. I could mention 50 palettes I'm glad I did not purchase, to be honest, but I'm only gonna mention 5 in this video. The first palette I'm so glad I did not purchase is the NikkieTutorials and Too Faced collab. Nikkie is one of the few YouTubers I do watch that is big. I don't watch a lot of the larger YouTube channels. I think Nikkie is my favorite of them, the big YouTubers. And I was actually going to purchase this palette, and I don't know what happened, but something just made me not want to purchase this palette, and I'm so happy that I did, even though it got outstanding reviews from her friends. When it came to the smaller YouTubers, why smaller? I don't mean small as me. I mean the smaller ones that maybe had like 100,000 subscribers that didn't get this in PR, that bought it for themselves. They were honest enough to say that this palette was shit. And I don't think I mean, I have heard some rumors about this, that Too Faced changed the formula. Nikkie had another formula that she had approved, but then Too Faced changed the formula, and that was the one that was going out to everyone. I don't know, I don't know, but I did love the packaging of it, but I'm really happy that I did not purchase it. Another palette, I'm so sorry to say this, Anastasia, but I'm glad I did not purchase the Anastasia and Mario palette. I have 5 of their latest releases, not the soft glam. I did not purchase that because that was a little bit too beige and too dull for me, but I have their other 5 latest launches except for the Mario palette. I honestly don't know where I was when the Mario palette was released. I don't know if I was I don't know. I don't even know if it came to Sweden. I honestly don't know. But now looking back at it, I was like, kind of happy I did not use it or did not purchase it. I know that Nicole Renee Cutler loves that palette. She uses it to this day. I've seen some recent tutorials with her using it, and I don't question the quality. I think the quality is amazing. I think that it's probably very, very good. But for me, it's just not a palette that I would use or the shades that I would want. So I'm really happy that I did not purchase that. Oh, the third palette, I'm really happy that I did not purchase. I do not know if this palette is still in stock or not, because I think that Sweden actually got this super duper late. But Makeup Geek and MannyMua palette, that one, I don't know if it's only called like the MannyMua palette or whatever, but I'm real glad that I did not purchase that, because that is some beiges. I know that he popped in a red, and then he had this like duochrome shadow that is similar to the one that is in the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild, or the Soft as Nail palette also has one, and the Saharan palette from Juvia's also has that type of shade. I'm looking at the palette on my phone, and I don't think there is anything special about it. I don't question the quality on this palette either, but it's just peaches and red. It's browns, neutrals with a red. I have that. I would rather buy a red shade from Inglot or Makeup Geek only than to buy the palette. In my opinion, it's dull. A palette that I'm so happy that I did not purchase is the Too Faced and Kat Von D collab. You know, the one where you got, I don't remember everything you got, but I remember that you got a makeup bag with a Siamese cat, and the palette had some boring Too Faced shades, and then it had some Kat Von D shades. And honestly, the only shade that really interested me in the Kat Von D side was the red bright shade, because it was a matte. I got so sucked into that red. I was like, that red from Kat Von D is something that I would really, really like. But does that mean that I'm gonna buy the palette? No. So I'm really happy that I didn't purchase that. The last palette I'm really happy that I didn't purchase is the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. Do you remember that collab? It was some years ago. I think the blush palette was very, very beautiful, but the palette itself was the same tones of browns with a yellow and a blue. Oh, I was just checking on my phone here. It had a pink and a black as well. But other than that, it basically only spoke to pale people, like white people. And also this palette was very, 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 very dull with a pink, a blue, a black, and a yellow. But that was all of the products that I had to talk about today. Please let me know if you would like a part 2 of this, where I talk about eyeshadow palettes that I'm happy that I did not purchase. Give me a like or let me know in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!